We will begin by talking about setting career goals. And so there are many things that go in hand with setting career goals. There's the planning, what are your interests, considering the education that is required for that career, the salary. Preparation involves research, making sure you research to figure out, is this the career that is you're best suited for, based on your personality type, as well as your interests, as well as your passion, and as well as your skills. Steps to planning. So one of the first things when you meet with me will be, what are your interests? That's my first question to all students. And usually before you come in to schedule an appointment, whether it's a virtual appointment or if you come into the office, one of the first things that I usually do in my email, I usually ask students to make a list of things that you're passionate about, things that you are good at, and things that you love. All of those are very important when you're making a career choice. You want to go into something that you really enjoy doing, something that comes natural for you, as well as something that you can see yourself doing for the next 5, 10, 15 years. Usually when students go into something that they love, enjoy, and passionate about, they tend to be, they excel at it. So you have the propensity to excel and do well in a job when it's an interest of yours. What do you want to be? What are your skills? What types of careers fit your skills and interests? And so we explore those things. So that career exploration begins to take place to figure out what you're interested in. And all the things you're interested in, we begin to explore what careers have those interests. What careers have the interests that you have? And how do you prepare for that particular career? As we explore your interests, what do you like to do? Think about experiences you've enjoyed. I know sometimes this can be a challenging question for students. You would think it comes natural, but not for everyone. So think about some of the things you enjoy. What kind of school, religious, social, or sports activities you like? Usually I'll ask a student, what are your activities that you enjoy that come natural for you? And then we try to think about careers around that student's interests. And so we had one student that indicated that he likes sports. And so I said, okay, is that the only thing you likes is sports? What else? And so he also said he likes sports and he liked music. And so we began to explore the interests and the careers that coincide with the students' interests. So I asked students to make a list of 10 activities you've enjoyed doing in the past 4 years, and then evaluate those interests. And so one of the students who wanted to go into, he liked sports, so I began to explore opportunity for sports careers. And his first choice was NBA, NFL, those type of careers. Well, he ended up going into working for Nike. And so he ended up getting a business degree. And so he went to Nike and he loves his job. So he's doing something that he loved. His interest was sports. He's working with all type of sports on a daily basis. He's doing his ideal dream job. And so that can happen with a little research and exploring your interests. And so after you indicate what your interests are, we evaluate those interests and we ask you to think about activities that are around those interests. What is your career goal? Rather than limiting your future, a career goal may help you discover career possibilities that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. It will guide you into doing what you want with your life rather than just drifting into a job. So you don't want to have just a job, you want to have a career. And there is a difference between the two. A career is where you have studied, you've gone to school to learn a skill. And so you want to make sure that you prepare for a career, the career of your choice. Lastly, it determines your skills and interests, what career best suits your talents, and what skills and training you need for your chosen career. What are your skills? And so now we evaluate what skills you've gained through school, high school, as well as college, what skills you've gained through volunteer work, what skills you've gained in work if you've worked before, and leisure experiences as well. Make a list of your school activities and volunteer work you've done, clubs, organizations to which you belong, religious organizations, or civic organizations. And out of those areas, there should be skills, and there are skills that you have developed and you've gained, and that you can continue to hone. And so many times students don't always give themselves credit for many skills that they have because they have discounted certain skills. If it was on a volunteer, if you volunteered, students think, well, I didn't count that because that wasn't, paid work, but it's still a skill. You still, even though you volunteered, whether it was a campaign for diabetes walk, where it was a 5-mile walk for diabetes, and you participated in that, what your role in participating will allow you to develop skills. If you did a campaign where there was a fundraiser and you took the money, and you may have gained skills in accounting that way. If you help develop a team on the diabetes 5-mile run, and you were the team leader, then you develop team building skills as well as organizational skills, as well as teamwork skills. So there are a lot of skills that students develop being part of organizations and civic groups, and a lot of things that they volunteer for that they don't always realize that they can use as valuable skills that will lead you into making some career choices as well. What type of careers fit your skills and interests? And so there are various assessments that you can take that will help you, personality type assessments that will help you figure out what career you're best suited for. I want to introduce one of them that we utilize on a regular basis at University Park, which is Career Star. Career Star is a web-based program designed for students and employers, where you can go on this site, you can take a career assessment, you create a profile. When you create a profile, that means you can always go back to the things that you reviewed and saved, be it your resume and certain type of jobs. You can save all that in your profile area under your name. And you can also take assessments, and your assessment will be there under your profile. You can also do research on jobs and careers, how much the career pays, what's the educational requirement for the career, what's the projection of the career in the next 5 years in that industry, as well as in that region or in America. You can get all those projections. You can also look at career trends. What are the trends in this area, in this particular career choice? Is it declining? There are some careers that are declining. All of this information is available on our Career Star site. We would love for every student to register at our Career Star site, develop your profile so that you can always go back to this site. You can also, there's resume help on this site where you can upload your resume and employers can view your resume. Employers have access to this site. So when they go to this site, they will see your resume. And if they have interest in your resume, they can call you for an interview. So this is a valuable tool that all students have access to. Preparation. How do you prepare for the career? Well, one of the first things is selecting the school. And We obviously, you've already selected Lone Star University Park, and we're so happy to have you as one of our students here. But some careers that you may choose will take you beyond University Park, will take you beyond Lone Star. And so we have a career counselor, myself, but also a transfer counselor that will help you in selecting your school if you need additional schooling beyond Lone Star University Park. We have other colleges and universities on our campus that you can transition right into beyond Lone Star. So you select a school, you familiarize yourself with different employers as well. So when you decide on your career, whatever your career choice is, you identify the employers. What employers hire these particular careers? When you go on our Career Star site, as well as Career One Stop, it lists the employers. If you say, I want to be an engineer, it will list all of the employers that hire engineers. If you say you want to be an accountant, it will list all the employers that will hire accountants. So whatever your career choice is, our Career Star site, as long as Career One Stop, will list the employers for you so you can have an idea of what employers and what areas will hire you under that career choice. Information on different careers can be found on Career One Stop as well. You will be able to watch videos, read more about all available careers. So say, for instance, you're not sure, you have not locked into a certain career, you have not locked into a certain industry, you're still in the exploration stage. And so we want you to look at some of the videos, because on the videos, on the career videos, it's the person that actually is doing that job. So if you want to be an engineer, on the videos, there's an engineer talking, and they're the ones that they're explaining what the job does, what the requirements are, the educational requirements. It explains mostly what the day in the life of an engineer is like. So they're telling you mostly what you would be doing on a daily basis if you chose that career. And so I think that's some very valuable information for students to be able to have access to, where you can literally have an interview right in front of you where someone's telling you about that particular career. Salary. Also, you get the opportunity to explore the salary information at Career One Stop by clicking on the link below. Also, we have three sites. There are three websites that we allow students to have access to, which is our Career Star site, also Career One Stop site, as well as our Department of Labor site. Each one of those sites offer the salary information. It will give you the salary, the projected salary of that particular career. And then it also gives you the salary in that particular region, because, you know, in different regions, the cost of living is different. So an engineer being paid in Texas versus an engineer in California will be different because of the region and the cost of living. So all of that information is available on all three of those sites as well. And then also career trends. Our Department of Labor site has access. It will give you what the trends are. It will let you know what careers are booming. It will let you know what careers are declining. And so that's so important, because you don't want to go into a career where it's declining. It may be declining in Texas, but it may not be declining in the Midwest. And so you will be able to make a very educated career choice when you've done your research and you know what the career trends are for various careers. Explore the careers you are interested in, shadow someone that works in that field, research about that career. And so that's some information that we recommend all of our students to do an internship or a shadow. And on our Career Star site, we do have internships as well. And so internships are, companies will list their intern. And when you go on the site, all you have to do is type in the search you click on internship. You can click on jobs, or you can click on internships. And so it will give you all the companies that list internships. And just know that on the Career Star site, the jobs that the employers have listed, most of those are within a 5 to 10 mile radius of our campus. Most of them, not all of them, but majority of the jobs are within a 5 to 10 mile radius of our campus, with an exception of a few of the manufacturers that may be about 15 to 20 miles out. And thinking about your future, you must consider what's important to you in your daily life. What would you think about a career that required a great deal of travel? Um, is the amount of money you make important? How would you feel about a job that required you to move on a regular basis? What hours of the day or night would you be working? All of these are really important. And so some of these are lifestyle choices. You really can make a choice on what type of career you want to pursue based on what your interests are, how much money you want to make. Say, for instance, you say, I know I want to make a job that pays 6 figures out the gate. I want to make a job that's starting out paying 6 figures. There, you can actually find jobs that make 6 figures, and there's a way you can query them in our Department of Labor site as well as our Career Star site. You can do that. You can look at jobs that are paid 6 figures. And so, say for instance, you want a job that requires little or no traveling. And so all of those things are really important, which is why I developed our lifestyle goal sheet, which helps you to navigate all the interests of your life, because it's going to impact your career choices. And so this form that I developed helps a student plan everything around your career, related to your career, that will impact your career. And so we have the education, and these are goals on this sheet. These are the goals that you can begin to develop and create goals for yourself. And 1 to 5 month goals, I have it listed this way for semester purposes, but I have 1 to 5 months, 5 to 12 months, 1 to 2 years, and 2 to 5 years for the student. And we have education, and then we have career, we have family goals, because your family goal will impact your career goal, and your career goal will impact your family goal. We also have health, spiritual, finance, and relationship goals. You decide for yourself which goals you want to focus on. You don't have to focus on all of these goals. You can say, well, there's only 3 that are priority to me right now. So I only want to focus on my educational goal, I only want to focus on my career goal, and I only want to focus on my finance goal. Those are the 3 goals I want to focus on right now. And so you will begin to put in the goal. You write what the goal is, what the strategy is to the goal, how you're going to accomplish the goal, and then you identify any obstacles that would be barriers to you being successful in that goal. That's what we do when you make an appointment with me. We take the time and we go through setting goals for yourself. And so the appointment that when you meet with me, it's going to be usually an hour or more, because once we do an assessment, and then we talk about interests, and then we start developing goals and creating goals, it takes no less than an hour. So when you schedule an appointment to meet with me, whether it's virtually or in person, once we go back to campus, make sure you etch out at least an hour of your time. If you can't meet an hour, we can start off with 30 minutes and we can allow you to come back. I usually make students aware that coming to see the career counselor is not supposed to be a one-time thing. Coming to see the career counselor should be consistent throughout your college career at Lone Star. You start off setting these career goals, but then you follow back up to see, where are you in. Sometimes it's a short-term goal where you had a crisis and you need to find a job. And so the goal now is not 1 to 5 months in finding a job. You need to find a job in 1 to 3 weeks. And so following back up with the career counselor is going to be very important. So I want all students to, set your mind to meet with the career counselor in one semester, at the very least twice or 3 times a semester, more if you like, but to really be effective in your career goals, I would recommend that the student come to see the career counselor at the very least 3 times within a semester for follow-up. Visit your counselor about your interests, which is what students do when they schedule an appointment. We have the opportunity to talk about all of your interests. And so you find out what your school offers. We offer tests and assessment. That's one of the first things when students ask to see the career counselor. One of the first things I require that they do is to take the assessment so that they can see where they are and I can see where they are, and then we can set some groundwork to set goals for that particular student. So we have the form available to you at the end of our session. Nella will make the forms available to you. Don't hesitate to set an appointment. We've seen students all summer long. We've been seeing students. So you can set an appointment